Louisiana beer reviews. Duclaw Brewing Company, the PastryArchy Vietnamese style coffee stout, 8.5% alcohol. Ewing, New Jersey. Now, Duclaw started in Baltimore, Maryland, but in 2023 the brewery was bought out and it was shut down, and all operations were moved to New Jersey at that new parent company. Okay, so this is the state of craft beer these days: buyouts, shutdowns, and washouts. There is no website listing for this beer. I checked the website carefully. Creamy and dreamy, our carefully steeped Vietnamese coffee stout will be your new go-to brew. $12.99 for the 4-pack, by the way. Bought this at Rouse's in, which Rouse's was it? New Orleans, Louisiana. The Carrollton Avenue location. One slow sip and your senses will reminisce of a wonderful whiff of morning coffee, followed by elevated flavors of dark chocolate and richly roasted malt. Ale brewed, now here's the legal disclosure: ale brewed with Vietnamese coffee and lactose. Okay, and the date is yep, no date. Well, another common problem in the craft beer world: no Best By date, or even no born on date, or even a Best By date. Common problem I run across. Okay, I might have to do this with it just in case. I did not check Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, and on tap, because I just plainly, actually I forgot. So I don't know what the scores are. I don't think there's many check-ins for this. There were like 3 or 4 video reviews. So I don't think it's too common, and it may not even be produced anymore. It could just be a occasional production. How is it compared to the Baltimore brewed one? I don't know. We barely get Duclaw around here. Okay, beige, thin beige head, and a very dark brown appearance on this quickly warming day, believe me. This beer is probably better for wintertime than summertime, but that's where I'm reviewing it. Now, it has to be sort of fresh because, you know, it was late 2023 when they started moving production out of Baltimore, Maryland over to New Jersey. So, and at 8.5%, it'll probably hold up. And canned, IBUs unknown. Yeah, coffee, chocolate, vanilla. It's a pastry stout. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. Now, people say that the coffee will fade on these things if they have age on them. I don't know a lot about coffee, but it sounds plausible. So, but it's got coffee. Okay, Vietnamese coffee. I don't have any experience with that, except that I used to have 2 friends, acquaintances. Well, we kind of hung out a little bit. They were from Vietnam. They had very quickly left Vietnam in 1975 for certain reasons, and they were living out here in some apartments which are still there. Don't know what happened to them. But they said, try this cold brew coffee one day. And I had never had iced coffee. I didn't know what to make of it, you know. I was like, wow. And their grandmother was fixing it, you know, and I thought, oh, that's something. I think those guys told me they were actually born in China. Born in China in the 1960s, and they had left there and moved to Phu Quoc Island in Vietnam, like when they were just 1 or 2 years old. And but that's where they grew up, you know. So, and that part of Vietnam down there at the bottom, that was one time a French, or a region of Vietnam called Cochinchina. Cochinchina. And in the middle part was called Annam. And the top northern part around Hanoi was called Tonkin. It was 3 different areas: Tonkin, Annam, and Cochinchina. And those were hooked together as one country by the French when France controlled it from the 1860s until the mid-50s, and they called it the Kingdom of Vietnam, the Empire of Vietnam. And then next door they had the Kingdom of Kampuchea, and then that's in the southwest, and in the northwestern side they had the Kingdom of Laos, or as John F. Kennedy used to call it, Laos. Our involvement in Laos. But anyway, so that's where they lived on Phu Quoc. Okay, the body's more like a porter, thin like a porter. It does have some viscosity to it, so it's like heading toward a porter, let's say. Sweetness is 4 out of 5 sugar cubes. Get the milk chocolate, the cafe au lait. So you get like cafe au lait, milk chocolate, bitterness is probably 3.5 out of 5 hop cones. The finish is mostly dry. Now I would imagine if you go to Vietnam that they would drink cafe au lait like they do in Paris, and also they would probably eat beignets. So beignets are popular in Louisiana, and they're probably popular in Vietnam because of a common colonial background. I'm thinking that, you know. So and just like in Vietnam they have some old people that can still speak French, and in Louisiana they have some old people that still speak French, but the young people, you know, they don't speak. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to score this a solid A, 95 out of 100, 9.5 out of 10. It's a delicious Vietnamese coffee stout. And if you don't like the taste of beer, like you say, oh, I tried Budweiser before and Miller High Life, and all that stuff was nasty to me, you might like this because it doesn't taste like beer. It tastes like sweet cold brew coffee, and it's great. So I'm going to probably do a duo review with David. He likes to try these things. Okay, so Les Bon Temps Relais, a most excellent stout from New Jersey now. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Ewing, New Jersey and take a brewery tour.